All right, out here in Napa, pretty much doing the same I always do. Getting a bunch of beautiful avocados in the ground. Got yourself a bacon, which is, no, I'm sorry, that's a Mexicola. Hardy to 18 degrees. Gets cold in this valley. And we have a Zutano, hardy down to about 23 degrees. We have a beautiful dark green bacon. It's hardy down to, let's say 24 or so. And then the most tender of all, this is going to be our summer ripening fruit, which is a Pinkerton. And Mr. Pinkerton actually has some nice avocados on him right now. But the thing I wanted to show you, that's my favorite thing about this property, is this walkway. Beautiful walkways with grass. How fun is that, right? Let the same grass just go wild and unmowed here, and they mow it where the path is. Really beautiful. Good idea. But then there's this wonderful path out here. It switches over to concrete. You got your dwarf olives right here, pruned perfectly. And then you have the most spectacular alley of roses that's just going off right now. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not sure the names of these roses, but it's a little cold right now, so there's not a lot of fragrance. But I wanted to show you this beautiful effect that they achieved out here. This beautiful orange. Would you call that orange or coral or pink? I don't know. Somewhere in there. Beautiful. Here's our pink. Look at that. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Here's a little miniature, sort of a tighter growing rose here. Here's one that hasn't quite bloomed yet. This is one of the little miniatures. Super cute. You can imagine the floral displays that you could achieve by having these in your garden. And here's the classic red roses. Look at these things. Look at the color on this. Absolutely striking. Unreal, if you ask me. Some of you probably know the names of these roses. I don't really know the names. Sorry. I'm just marveling at just the overall effect. But actually, this is not even the reason. I'm not making this video to show you the avocados I'm planting, or even these roses. The roses were cold, but they were just an avenue of getting to something else that I think is even more interesting. You guys know about navel oranges? You know why they call them navel oranges? Let me show you why. Ooh, ooh. They've got a little navel, just like your belly button, you know? I don't know why my voice changes when I talk about little belly buttons, but it does. So there you go. Some people have an innie, some people have an outie. I personally have an innie. There's pros and cons to each. And the pros to an innie is they're a little bit, I think they're a little more decorative to have an innie on your belly and on the orange itself. Here we have a slight outie. The only problem with having an innie, though, is I constantly find a big fur ball of lint. I don't know if that happens to you, but it'd be fun to see some comments to see if anybody else will admit that that happens to them. I can check right now, but you'd probably throw up. But then there's some outies can get really interesting. Look, this is the best outie on a navel orange I've ever seen. I want to know. This is what the video is about. I want to know, has anyone seen an outie like that before? That is quite an outie. These oranges were just sitting over here, so obviously there's a tree out here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. I'm taking this thing home. This was abandoned. Look, it's starting to mold. This is just a curiosity. I should freeze this thing. This is a freak of nature. So maybe I'll do a taste test to see if this outie tastes just as good as a little baby outie. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you the biggest outie I have ever seen in my life, either on a person or a navel orange. And that's pretty much the whole story here in Napa, California, amongst all the beautiful vineyards.